As Bebe Cool went on with his preparations for his Mutima Gwazap concert in Chwatule, police fired tear gas to disperse Bobi Wine supporters who had come for his Boxing Day concert. Bobi Wine had held many shows in Busabala before becoming a politician about a year ago. Procedures under the Public Order Management Act have never changed. However, police called off his concert claiming he had not yet fulfilled the requirements.
Some of these include, among others, access control measures put in place, areas where parking lots, for example, for the security and the safety of vehicles.
The response prompted the Executive Director of Foundation for Human Rights Initiative, Dr. Livingstone Sewanyana, to say the current state of affairs shows that police are playing double standards by allowing other musicians like Bebe Cool to hold concerts and blocking Bobi Wine's show in Busabala.
To override rights. Apparently, despite the fact that they think by stopping Bobi Wine's shows, they will minimize or undermine his support for democracy in this country. On the contrary, more and more people are becoming sympathetic. Actions that are being undertaken by the police need to be challenged in a court of law as to their constitutionality, their legality.
This is your place. This is my place. What is your problem?
The constitutional lawyer Wandela Ogalo argues that the police are hiding under the Public Order Management Act to play politics for the regime. Ogalo further stated that the police regulations can't supersede the inherent rights provided by the Constitution.
If I have my rights to go and to go to a concert, you should be able to, police should be able to point out a law which says I can't go there. That it is the law here says you cannot do so, but it is not doing so. It is just saying, you know, actually it borders on impunity. I can do it. What will you do anyway?
However, government denies all this. Speaking on behalf of government, the State Minister of Housing, Dr. Chris Badiomuns, told NTV on phone that government was not scared of Bobi Wine.
I mean, we would bring down the government if the concert took place. My answer is no. Does the law require that the organizers should have harmonized with the police? The answer is yes.
Police cannot just sit somewhere and say, now we have guidelines, everybody must do this. You must do things according to the law. There is a parliament. If you have guidelines, you want people to go by those guidelines, come to parliament, enact them into law, so that the people know how far they can go and how far they cannot go.
In the parliament, we pass an act of parliament, but we usually give powers to the line minister to do regulations, to do guidelines, and to do any other form of subsidiary legislation.
But under Article 40 of the 1995 Constitution, which talks about economic rights, Parliament shall enact laws to provide a right of persons to work under satisfactory, safe and healthy conditions. Since Bobi Wine's other source of income is singing, this means his right has been trampled upon by the police.
A music concert, I think, qualifies under the law to be an assembly which has to be regulated.
Where if the law which says that a singer should separate himself from, there should be a separation between singing and the politics. Police should show that, it should point that out in the law. And then we shall say, yes, Bobi Wine, you are now guided, the law says this and this. But he must also be in a problem himself, separating this politics from singing.
The right to associate is one of those issues that they did not take seriously. At the United Nations level, this is a matter that is also being followed. So when Uganda comes up for further review, UN member states are going to bring up these matters again.
But what needs to be done to resolve the protracted bickering between Bobi Wine and the state?
No, to end this bickering, that when he's organizing his shows, he should be able to write to police, and police should assist him to make sure that all the required steps are taken.
It would be necessary now. I think we have reached a position now where there is a need to carry out amendments, review and carry out amendments on the Public Order Management Act.
Critics say that the police are mandated to keep law and order, but have always been seen viewing the law with a political lens. Sudil Biarhanga, NTV.